And it is going to be Mr.5000, I believe, on our right-hand side. He's going to be playing with Johnny Cage, who is represented by Sho-Khan on our left-hand side. As we cross over to this one. And we push those live. Once again, these players starting off with the bats, getting things going. This is the winners bracket finals. Neither one of these players lost out on a match so far. And it's going to be a great rollout there from Mr.5000. As Sho-Khan tries to fight his way in here. Trying to use this Shang Tsung to the best of his ability. Tries to connect with the overhead jump, but not going to be able to find his way in. Finally gets in with the low and keeps that juggle combo. Ooh, we saw a little bit of reptile there, didn't we? For a couple of seconds. For right now, it is Sho-Khan getting onto the back foot. It does look like Mr.5000 has activated his Super Saiyan mode in Fatal Blow. And just like that, it is going to be Mr.5000 taking round number 1.
Round 2, fight.
There we go, good overhead connection, being able to find his way in. A couple of mids will get exchanged with an uppercut. Sho-Khan looking pretty solid so far on this Johnny Cage, but it's that low connection from the Shang Tsung from Mr.5000. Too solid. The TP's going to be able to come knock him down. Good grab tech being utilized there. And once again, gets caught out there with that forward throw. Now Sho-Khan connects with that low down kick. On the other side of things, it's going to be Mr.5000 keeping this pressure going and looking so solid at the moment with the Shang Tsung. We haven't seen him with it too much, but this time we'll be able to use that fireball and puts him down. It is going to be Mr.5000 picking up his soul of his opposition, but also picks up the round. Great play there from Mr.5000.
Shang Tsung.
Alright, so Mr.5000 with a 1-0 lead. Now, for those of you who have been joining us, these two players have been fighting head to head for the longest of times. And time again, it's Mr.5000 that has been coming out on top. He's proved his worth, but the only differential between the two was in the first qualifier, where we saw Sho-Khan actually come out with the #1 seed. Alright, not too sure what happened there. Just a very quick disconnection.
Round 1, fight!
Alright, so Mr.5000 still with that 1-0 lead. Up against his opposite number. Using Noob Cybot now, so has a couple of extra tools in his kits to be able to utilize. Has that TP. He's been actually going with the scene double. And, tries to connect with that down 3. Not being able to open it up just yet. And there we go. Connects with that kick. That's where a huge chunk of the damage is going to be coming in through for Sho-Khan at the moment. But at the moment, in terms of damage, the output is being put through from Mr.5000. That's just looking so good. Puts him into the pit. Says, you know what? Take a dive into the underrealm.
Round 2.
As he fling shots him across. Now Sho-Khan trying to get his way in. Trying to control the neutral here is Shang Tsung. Mr.5000 with those low kicks. You can see he's just trying to prevent him from getting in too early. Once again comes up with that slide. Once again we get to greet Reptile for a couple of seconds there. That's a low kick once again. The sliding being able to find its way in here from Sho-Khan. So overhead that will actually get blocked out and then attempt at a throw. Chip damage coming in here from Sho-Khan time and time again. Both these players struggling to find their way forward. Fatal Blow now becomes accessible for Sho-Khan, who gets tossed around like a ragdoll at the moment, but it is once again Mr.5000 who comes up with the shots and once again connects with a crushing blow.
Shang Tsung wins.
Lovely stuff from Mr.5000. If you questioned him, then he's given you the answer. He is not a player to be able to mess around with. Now, Sho-Khan has to be counting his lucky eggs that this is a best out of 5 at the moment.
Shang Tsung.
But what will Sho-Khan go with next?
Jade.
Ooh. We'll actually go with the Jade here. Going to stop potentially some projectiles from coming in.
Forces, Desert Command.
And this time, Mr.5000 will get tested. And this also means for Sho-Khan that he's not allowed to change character. And I haven't seen him on Jade too often. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat how proficient he is with the character.
Fight.
But for right now, he is down 2-0 up against Mr.5000. That has been looking so good with the Shang Tsung. Tries to connect with those lows. Not going to be able to find his way in. Comes out with what I like to call the wiggle staff. Comes in, finds his way forward. But this time will get thrown around. Mr.5000 trying to get his way forward at the moment. He knows how important this match is. Essentially gives you a guaranteed match lead up against your opposition when it goes to the grand finale. But however, gets put up into the corner as this is going to be Sho-Khan once again keeping that damage flowing through. It's a little too much for Mr.5000 to handle, who goes down to critical health at the moment. The block's been shown here from Sho-Khan.
Take your time getting up.
Round 2.
As round 2 comes into action. It is going to be the first round that gets picked up by Sho-Khan. Actually looking pretty solid with this Jade so far. Seemingly as soon as he gets into those close quarter fights, he's managed to find his way in and also block out his opposition very, very well and extensively so. Been able to just utilize that range around the mid-fight, and at the moment finds his way in, and there's going to be a block attack punish coming through here from Mr.5000. There we go. We'll actually throw him into the car there. Puts him into the back, and that's going to do a little bit of a chunk of damage, but it's not going to be enough here, as actually Sho-Khan showing some great proficiency here, and he says, you know what, you're giving me a crushing blow every time. How about you take one for yourself? Really, really solid play there. Let's give him a 10 for what it's worth. As Mr.5000 and Sho-Khan are expected to change sides now on the screen. And it is currently 2-1 in favor of Mr.5000. He's on match point. We're on the other side.
Jacqui Briggs.
Sho-Khan not allowed to change characters.
Special Forces.
He has to
Desert
stay with his Jade. We're going to have to wait and see who's going to be able to come out on top of this one. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Brandon has what it takes to bring up the reverse? Or do you think Mr.5000 is going to come up on solid?
Fight.
Only time will tell as we cross to the action. Here we go, going to be able to connect with the overhead. Now tries to get into the low. It is going to be once again those jump ups coming in from Mr.5000. That's just proving too solid as he puts him back into the corner. Not willing to give it up an inch, either one of these players. Oof, keeps the combo going, so we'll take some damage there from the top, but on the other side of things, Mr.5000 gets him down into fatal blow health. Sho-Khan now on the back foot, will be able to keep that damage going, and that's going to be enough. It is essentially round point, match point, going over to Mr.5000. Both these players landing those high kicks together. Once again, connecting at that mid-range. That's where he's been thriving in these matchups so far. Keep it distance as he tries to get in with the low. There we go. Finds himself into the corner. Once again, it is going to be that mid-fight that he tries to utilize time and time again. Now the mix-up needs to come into focus, but it's a fatal blow that will get landed here from Mr.5000. Fatal blow now available to both of these players, but well blocked out there from Sho-Khan, who's trying to fight his way back in. Needs to try and pick up a round. Will connect with the overhead, and there we go. Picks himself up one. As now both of these players tied up at one apiece.
Fight.
Trying to force that mid and does exactly that as he fights his way forward. Puts it back into the corner. Will be able to use that charge kick into that overhead kick. Once again, that corner damage just too much here from Sho-Khan, as he does seemingly have his opposition's number. Mr.5000 seemingly can't get out the corner just yet as he finally starts to land some punches, build up a little bit of a gap himself. Ooh, the grab will get thrown forward. And there we go, it comes up into the corner. Tries to connect with the mid. Now it is going to be Sho-Khan trying to chip down some damage. How will he be able to utilize this one? Will he try go for the grab? He'll keep the kicks coming, keep that chip damage, and he goes with the low down one. Finally finds his way in. And just like that, he brings it back to 2 apiece. You can never separate these two players, ladies and gentlemen. They always give us a fight. It is Mr.5000 and Sho-Khan tied up at 2 apiece. Alright, now the very, very important character select time. Mr.5000, what is he going to go with?
Sub-Zero. Jade.
Sub-Zero? Is he trolling us right now? Is this real life? He's actually going with Sub-Zero. I don't think I've ever seen Mr.5000 on Sub-Zero. This will be my first time actually seeing him. Maybe playing a little bit of a tribute there to his fallen comrades early on in the tournament. As we're currently in match number 7 of the bracket. It is winner's bracket final, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this match will progress through. It is time to cross over to the action. It is Mr.5000 taking on Sho-Khan as he managed to almost immediately land that frozen ball, which will be able to connect. Puts him now into the corner, a position that Sho-Khan definitely doesn't want to be in. Connects with that down one, but that's about it. Actually finds his way in with the overhead eventually. Seemingly, that's the second time I've seen Mr.5000 getting caught out as, does look like no projectile is going to be able to do any damage up against Sho-Khan for right now, but will eventually get frozen down. Shoulder charge lands here. Good play from Mr.5000. It seems like the Sub-Zero is looking very, very good for him at the moment. Connects with that low and freezes him to put him further back.
Round 2. Fight.
All right. So we'll be able to land that forward throw. And now Sho-Khan lands that kick, and this time he gets him into the corner, but this is going to be a lovely jump out coming here from Mr.5000. Connects once again with that mid control coming in here from Sho-Khan as he keeps those kicks flowing through. Will connect with that mid, or rather that pressure down mid. Down one into exchange of grab tech being shown there from both these players throughout this game. Finally, a frozen charge will get landed here as he connects with the low. This grab tech not going to be able to get called out from Sho-Khan, who gets drawn down to fatal blow range. Who's going to be able to come out on top? It is the overhead that connects. This should be enough as he doesn't manage to land the full combo, but he does connect with the damage needed. Who's going to be able to come out on top? It is Sho-Khan that falls down, and it is Mr.5000, the Zambian king, that puts him to the death pool and makes him fall down to the loser's bracket. Mr.5000, take a bow. Absolutely fantastic performance here from the Zambian